welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review and demo of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. We were lucky enough to have this released in Australia just last week through Mecca. So if you don't know what Mecca is, it is like the equivalent of Sephora. So if you don't have a Mecca near you wherever you live in Australia, you can actually purchase from them online. So for your convenience, I will make sure I pop the direct link to this foundation on Mecca's site in my description box for you so you can jump online and grab it. So the foundation comes in this really cute little box, and on the front it says undetectable medium to full coverage foundation. And a couple of the main points they've really tried to reinforce with this foundation is that it doesn't have any oil. It consists of coconut water instead of an oil-based product, which is to help replenish the skin's moisture levels. It also has alpine rose to brighten the skin's appearance and promote elasticity. And then there's also hyaluronic acid, which is to promote a smoother and more youthful appearance. The actual packaging of the foundation itself is really beautiful. It is a frosted glass bottle with gold detailing. Even though it is glass, it's not actually that overly heavy, which is nice. And it also has a pump, which is very convenient. For myself personally, I don't like foundations that don't have a pump. I find that really annoying. So I'm going to jump right into the demo and show you how I apply it and a few other little things about it. And then at the end, I'll wrap up a few more pros and cons and my final opinion on this foundation. So this is what my skin is currently looking like. I don't have too many breakouts at the moment, just my normal hyperpigmentation on my cheeks, in particular the lower parts of them. Other than that, it's all looking pretty good. So what I like to do is just moisturize my face, of course, every day with my Benefit Total Moisture and its potent eye cream. And then without fail, I always use my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Water. I have not been able to live without this ever since I purchased it. It is seriously the best investment I ever made from MAC. I love it. So then this is the foundation, and I picked up the shade Ivory. Now I feel like you can apply this foundation with pretty much any tool you want, whether that be a flat top kabuki or a sponge or like a normal foundation brush. It'll work with them all. When it comes to full cover foundations, I definitely prefer to use a sponge. This little baby was $4 from Target and is a Chi Chi one, and I've been using it the last few weeks and it is seriously amazing. So as you can see, the consistency of this foundation is quite thick. It literally does not move when I tip my hand. So what I like to do is just dab my finger in it and pat it all over my face. So this foundation came out in 12 different shades. I believe they're actually releasing more before the end of the year. But I picked up Ivory, which is more of a light yellow-based shade. They do have pink tone foundations, but I always lean more towards yellow tones because I do fake tan. And even though I have a lot of pink pigmentation, I find when I go for more pinky tone foundations, they actually bring out the redness in my face, which is complete opposite to what I want to achieve. I want to conceal it, obviously. So as you can see, it blends out really easily. It is so smooth and a really silky coverage, and straight off the bat it is medium for sure. So it literally has already concealed most of my redness on my cheeks and my pimple scarring. So I just continue to pat it on over with my sponge, just in dabbing motions to pat it into the skin. I use about 1.5 to 2 pumps to achieve a full cover base. I then like to go in and conceal my under eye circles. You'll then need to ensure you actually set this foundation with a powder because it does have a lot of transfer, and if you don't set it with some sort of translucent powder or foundation powder, it will slip and slide all over your face and come off onto whatever your face comes in contact with, which we do not want to happen. So I just like to use my Face of Australia setting powder, and then sometimes I even give myself a final spritz with my MAC Prep and Prime, and that just helps to keep it in place. After a few minutes, it really does settle into your skin quite nicely, and it's nearly like the foundation also kind of adapts to your natural skin color in a way. But I absolutely love the finish. I love how it applies. I wouldn't say it's incredibly long wearing. When I do my makeup for work, I usually do it at 7 o'clock and don't get home till nearly 6. And it definitely does wear throughout the day. So by about 1 o'clock, I do feel that I need to powder my T-zone in particular, but that's pretty standard if it's not like a 24-hour wear foundation. So something I thought was a bit gimmicky about this at first was that they kept pushing that it has coconut water in it instead of oil to hydrate your skin. And I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like, I know coconut does a lot for a lot of different things, but I'm sure it's not anything fantastic. But one thing I have noticed is when I get home from work, I usually take off my foundation with a makeup wipe straight away because I just feel like I want my skin just to breathe. And usually I feel very tight and my skin is nearly sore and I need to moisturize or put an oil on of some kind straight away. The last 3 days I have not felt that I need to do that. I feel like my skin, when I take off the makeup, is feeling a lot more hydrated than what it has in months. So I have not done anything different in my skincare regime at all. The only new product I have been using is this foundation. So I'm assuming it is directly related to that. So that's really cool if it is. If it's not, then I don't know what's going on. Maybe my skin's just getting better, but I just think that's too much of a coincidence for it not to be related to this product. So if you guys have been using this foundation, have you noticed that your skin seems to be more hydrated? So let me know if you've had that experience as well, because I'm really interested. Guys, overall, I absolutely love this foundation. I feel like it is totally flawless and really helped conceal that pigmentation I have in my skin. I definitely want to pick this up in a few darker shades for when I'm fake tanned, because I can see this becoming a holy grail foundation. I definitely like it a little bit more than my Revlon foundation. Just a little bit. I still love my Revlon, but I think this just takes a lead just by a smidge. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that review and you found it helpful. If you have any questions at all, please make sure you comment them below and I'll get straight back to you, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!